Hi guys, so today I'm going to shoot my first, I'm going to do my first makeup on someone, and I'm super excited. I'm on my way to do the makeup, and I thought I'd make a vlog out of it and shoot everything. So let's see how this goes. Okay guys, so I have reached and I am at the location where we have to do the makeup, and my model has gone to take a bath, and once she's out I will introduce her to you all. And yes, till the time she's gone, let me tell you guys that right now I have absolutely no makeup on my face, and these days are absolutely blissful when you don't have to put anything on your face except moisturizer. So I'm really happy today that I don't have any makeup on and I just have to do makeup on someone else. And this is my first one. I'm so excited. So guys, my model is ready and she has come out from her bath, and here she is. Hi! So tell them your name.
My name is Ankita.
And we are going to do a makeup on you today. We'll not tell what the look is and we'll reveal it after it's done. See you guys.
Keep watching. Hi, we are starting. Keep watching.
So as we all know that it's really important to sanitize our hands before we start makeup. So I've sanitized my hands and hers too. And then I'm applying the toner, letting it sink into her skin, followed by applying the moisturizer very gently on her face likewise. The next thing after doing CTM is to apply the primer, which I'm taking from PAC Cosmetics, and it is the Zero Pore Primer. Make sure to apply it all over the face and mostly in the areas where there are open pores on the face. That's really important. Now I'm going to color correct her face using the Nykaa color correction palette in the shade Light 01. And I'm going to apply it on the areas that are a little darker than the original skin tone on the face. And then I'm going to blend it really well into the skin. Next up, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Brow Artist Kit to do her brows. Make sure whenever you're doing brows on yourself or someone else that the color of your brows should match the color of your hair. So here I'm trying to match the color of her brows with the color of her hair. And I am doing it very lightly because her original brows are really light. And once I'm done with that, I'm concealing the brows to give them a really sharp effect without filling in too much of the product. Now once I'm done with the brows, I'm going to conceal her eyelids to do the eye makeup before the base. So I'm blending the concealer that I've applied on her eyes, and once I've blended it really well, I'm going to set it with a loose powder so that the color does not patch in just one place.
I make the cute lagay.
Now I'm starting with the lightest shade of brown and blending it around the crease line, making sure that the shade is a little darker than her skin tone so that the depth can be seen, and then adding the color slowly by adding darker shades of brown one after another. Once we are done with adding shades of brown and building the color, we'll add an even darker brown right on top of the crease line, not above it, not beneath it, right on top of it, and blending it right in the same place to give even more depth to the eyes. Followed by that, we'll add the darker shade of brown on the outer corner of the eye and leaving the inner corners empty. Once we are done with that, we'll add an eyeshadow which is a lot like her skin tone in the inner corners of her eye to make the look a lot subtle and perfect for an interview look. Now next up, we are finishing the eye makeup by adding a little bit of black color right along the lash line, very little amount of it, and blending it really well into the lid. And this is how the eyes finally look like after we've done the eyeshadow part. Now we are going to mix two foundations to make the perfect color for her skin tone. Along with the foundations, I've added a little bit of moisturizer to give it even more consistent texture. Once we have roughly applied the foundation all over the face, we'll take a damp beauty blender, and for damping it, I'm using a little bit of rose water here. And now I'm going to blend it really nicely, and I'm going to use the blender really softly on her face, and I'll keep moving so that the patchiness is not there. Okay, so after the foundation is done, we will do contour under her cheekbone, on her nose, on the forehead, and on the jawline. She does look confused. And now I'm going to blend the contour really well into the skin, and that is because we are going for an interview and we don't have to forget that, and that is why we cannot have sharp lines on our face. So we'll blend it really well, and like I always do for the nose, I'm going to use a brush and not a beauty blender. Now we will highlight the high points of her face, or we can say the points that need highlighting, that is the under eye, on the forehead, on the nose, and if someone wants, they can do it on their chin as well. Now is the time for blush, and I'm not going to apply it directly on the face. I'm going to mix it with a little bit of foundation to give it a more natural effect, and to make sure that it doesn't look very harsh on the face. And I think she's really enjoying, isn't she? She's clicking so many pictures. And now is the time to pack the base, and for doing that we have to make sure that the under eye does not have any creases, so we'll remove all the creases and then apply the loose powder. And then on the rest of the face as well, we'll apply a little bit of loose powder everywhere and leave it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Meanwhile, we will do the under eyes, and for that I'm using shades of brown and a little bit of black to end it up with a lot of dimension. And we are doing this after packing the face, because if there are any fallouts, they will be easily dusted off with the loose powder. Finish the eyes nicely. I've also added the mascara and adding a little bit of kajal right inside the waterline and nowhere outside the eye. And then I'm dusting off the excess loose powder on her face. And once that is done, we will fix the makeup with the makeup fixer, and the one I'm using is from Faces Canada. And then I'm doing her lips. First I'm starting with a very nude shade, which is almost invisible but a lot creamy, so that her lips do not feel chappy. And then I'm adding a mauvish kind of a shade from Lakme, and this one is a shade which you can wear to office, interviews, and all the corporate meetings and everything like that. It's a very neutral shade. And once that is done, I am going to conceal her lips, and for that I'm using a little bit of concealer so that we have the right shape for the lips.
Wait, it's not complete yet. Not complete yet? Still.
Now is my favorite step, that is adding a highlighter, which I'm using from Forever 52, and I'm going to add the highlighter on her cheekbone, on the nose, a little on the forehead, on the lips, and some on the chin too. Now I'm finally finishing it off with false lashes. Of course, most of us don't wear it to office, and that's perfectly fine. Or if you don't want to wear it to an interview also, that's perfectly a choice you make. But I wanted to finish the look with false lashes, so here it is.
We are done.
So everyone, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video and liked it. And if you did, please drop in your like and subscribe to my channel, and also leave your reviews below in the comment section.